So John White here with Luke 10. I'm in Denver. Toni Daniels is sitting in her backyard in Nashville, where what's the temperature, Toni?
65, almost 70 degrees, 68, something like that.
About 30.
Amazing.
30 here in Denver. And Sandi Minkel, who is sitting, where are you sitting? Sandi,
I'm in my living room in Tucson, Arizona.
where it's 115 degrees?
No, it is actually, I believe, also 65. It's 64. It's 64 here.
There you go. Fantastic. So in this video, Toni and I would like to just introduce you all to Sandi. Some of you have met her in different ways at the conference or other places, but we just wanted you to have a chance to hear her story. So Sandi, first question, tell us about kind of how God got you connected to Luke 10 and Church 101 and all that kind of stuff.
Well, so Matt and Toni are friends with my friends John and Becky Thomas, and they met in Arlington, Tennessee, and did a guerrilla recording that is so classic of Luke 10. And John shared my story with them, and I was intrigued by these people who were so good at listening, and I was just fascinated by it. And I told John I want to know everything about these people. And so he said, well, Toni wrote a book.
John, not me, John. So this
not
is
you, John Thomas. Yeah, John Thomas. And John said, well, Toni wrote a book. And I have to have it. So I read it, and it was fascinating. I said, I don't know what Kool-Aid these people are drinking, but I really want some. And so a long story short, it led me to Church 101. And Toni facilitated Church 101. It was fascinating. It was scary. It was a video conference. I was not comfortable with that. That was probably my biggest obstacle to Church 101 was the video conference, because I did not do that at all. But I really wanted to know what these people had. What is up over here? And so that I overcame that, and Church 101 was phenomenal for me.
Fantastic. That's a great story. So Toni, this is a place for a shameless plug for your book. What's the title of it?
Back to Joy, an intimate journey with Jesus into emotional maturity. I think that's the full title. Back to Joy.
So Sandi, what if you could sort of name one or two of the changes that have taken place in your life as a result of some of the things that you've learned through Church 101 and the book and all those kind of things. What are some of the most important things you've seen in your life?
Well, one of them has been I had been listening to God for 13 years. My adopted dad taught me how to do that. But I really thought it was this secret thing that nobody did and you never talked about it. And to be able to realize that this is something that people do has been so freeing for me. And it has just really released me to just really show up and not be embarrassed by this thing that is such an important part of my life. It has strengthened me. It really, I would just say my confidence in being more transparent and authentic everywhere I go has increased.
I've heard rumors that you're actually going to lead a Church 101 group with a church in Massachusetts from where you're sitting in Arizona. Is that true?
You are incorrect. I'm going to lead two groups.
Two groups. Amazing.
Yep.
Well, we have also asked you a number of months ago to be the communications champion, which means working on our newsletter. We're very big on telling stories. What's that been like for you to be in that role? You've been doing this for a while now.
Yeah. When you first asked me to take on the newsletters, I was terrified because I had just overcome my horror of video conferencing. And so while I love people and I love hearing their stories and I love hearing what's going on and everything, I could not believe that I had agreed to do this in a way that other people were going to see ever. But it has been phenomenal. I have got to hear the best stories. I have got to meet the most incredible people from all over the world. Very often when they didn't know, but at a time in my own life where I needed to hear the story they were telling that day. And the stories are precious to me. They're like a treasure chest of jewels. They're just phenomenal. And I'm just so grateful for every single one. Every single one. Anyone not in there would be a loss.
Yes, beautiful. So Toni, what do you see that Sandi brings to this role of communications champion, Luke 10 newsletters? What do you see that Sandi that she brings to this this ministry she's involved with?
So when she started going through Church 101, she started connecting with everyone, like people in Ireland and people in Thailand. And like, even though she was just in Church 101, I'm probably exaggerating, but it was so close. And I saw this ability to network. She has a relational capacity off the charts. Sandi, you relate to people just the capacity alone to contact people, to talk to people that you don't know, to reach out to them and really make a significant connection with them is very unique. And I don't see that very often. So when I saw you naturally doing that, I was like, ooh, if she just had a little intentionality that could be pretty powerful, to be able to bring the way you naturally connect with lots of different people into our ecosystem of grace, to be able to really enjoy the connections that you're making by seeing them happen on video, even though I know that was so hard for you. So that, and I think, the fact that you're an artist and a communicator, you're in tune with just the nonverbals that go into all of that. And you see people as artwork, I think, at least that's the way it feels. And so you admire them and you hold them as precious, just like you said. So all of those things are really beautiful traits that we're enjoying. So thank you.
I agree. And I want to tack onto that. As we said, Sandi is absolutely an artist. If you've seen any of what she's posted up on Facebook and different places. And so she brings, when I think about, when I was doing the newsletters, it was so like ordinary. It's kind of like watching television in black and white. And I think you bring color and creativity. That's a huge upgrade from the newsletters that I was doing. And so I'm just thrilled with that. And I love also the initiative that you take, kind of like that's what Toni was talking about, where you've got ideas for newsletters for weeks and months to come, which I love. And finally, I would say that as people within the community watch this video, if you've got a great story that needs to be told, something that the whole community needs to know, I would really encourage you to get in touch with Sandi, and we'll figure out a way to do that. So, Sandi, any closing comments you would like to make? Have we embarrassed you yet? Are you blushing or anything? Or?
I knew I wouldn't need to put on blush because I would be blushing already. But thank you. I'm so grateful that you all have welcomed me into this community, and I love being here. And I just am so grateful for every person that I've come in contact with.
Beautiful. Well, we love that you're part of the community and love what you're contributing, the grace that God has given you, particularly in this area of the newsletters. And I think we as a community are much richer because of that. So thank you.
Thank you.